Hi, my name is Ashley Erb, and I am the Makerspace teacher here at Ray Farms. At Ray Farms, I serve kindergarten through fifth grade students, and today I'm going to walk you through a little bit about Makerspace and what we're doing in class. So we're going to talk about why to do problem-based learning, what is problem-based learning, and how to do problem-based learning, because this is kind of the focus of the work that's being done in the Makerspace. All right, so why do problem-based learning? So I love this quote. Through academically rigorous projects, students acquire deep content knowledge while also mastering 21st century success skills, knowing how to think critically, analyze information for reliability, collaborate with diverse colleagues, and solve problems creatively. So this is a fancy way of saying what we're doing here at Ray Farm. So every quarter, each grade level K through 5 has a focus of a problem that they're working to solve. So this is one of my favorite examples. Last year in third grade, students were working on reading interest and improving reading in our community. And so what they decided to do is they built little libraries. They built them for their class partners in first grade, but they also built a permanent standing little library to go outside our school building. So this is the little library that they built. It's called the Stella Ford Library. And now this year in third grade, we're actually going to be building benches to go with the library. So these projects, they are real, they make a difference, and they kind of have a ripple effect in our school and our community. So this is one of my favorite projects. So what is problem-based learning? So there's a lot of different things out there, but we like to follow the gold standard PBL. So here are some essential project design elements. So all of our projects focus around a challenging problem or question. They require sustained inquiry throughout the project, authenticity, student voice and choice, reflection, critique, and revision, and a public product. So all of these are strong emphasis when teachers go into planning our units for each quarter's problem that the students are working to solve. And we'll have some examples of that here in a moment too. So how do we do this? We spend time designing and planning prior to each quarter, really thinking through each of our projects or unit plans, aligning to standards, working on building our culture, managing activities, scaffolding student learning so that all students can be successful, making sure learning is accessible to all students, and engaging and coaching along the way. So a lot of times you'll see the teacher kind of just having a stand back and watching the students work and coaching in instead of just like a direct teaching model. All right, so the different units of study are here. You can see, I'll just talk about our first quarter projects, but in kindergarten, toys and play is our first unit. Students are going to be making different types of toys and learning different types of games. Most magnificent thing, tools and work. Students are going to be designing a creation, an invention to help solve a real world problem here at our school. Second grade, school and community, they're going to be doing a lot of work about how can we learn about schools around the world and why is this important? How can we advocate that? They're going to be designing an ideal space and some other research projects. Overcoming learning challenges, that was the third grade where they're going to be building the benches. They're also going to be writing books for their third grade reading buddies based on their reading interests. Fourth grade poetry, they're going to partner that with their science unit in nutrition. So they're doing a lot of work with poetry and nutrition. They're going to be recording some poems that they write. They're also going to be doing some gardening, working with a nonprofit that works with food deserts here in the Charlotte area. A lot of really interesting things happening with that project. And then the last one is human rights. They're using the book Esperanza Rising as their mentor text, and students are going to be recording a podcast where they're going to reflect on different human rights as it relates to the book and raise awareness. These are the upcoming units throughout the quarter. As you can see in fourth quarter, it says TBD. That is because these units, they kind of repeat in their theme. So we let these three grade levels select a different topic of interest related to their science or social studies for that fourth quarter. So that's to be determined. And then lastly, So part of having an authentic problem-based learning experience is providing an opportunity for students to showcase their work. So we will have quarterly showcases. Our first showcase will be for quarter one work, November 9th, 5:30 to 7 o'clock here at Ray Farms. We'll have different displays of all the grade levels throughout the first level of the building, as well as we're partnering with the Arts Booster. So they're hoping to provide some family fun activities and maybe a food option. Um, so a lot of things to come, but this is just such a great time to come out and see what your students have been working on throughout the quarter. So you can see here's a first grade projects last year where students learned about community, and they actually designed an ideal community, and they learned how to code a Spherobot through the community, and then they built the community. They called them tiny towns. It was very popular if you have a first grader. And then they ran their Spherobot through their tiny town at the showcase. So you kind of get to see it all come together. This is a second grade project example. In class, they were doing a lot of work with pollination. We learned how pollinators use UV light, and they did paintings with UV light paint. And then they wrote and researched, and we had the final display. So you kind of get to see it all come together. It's a really exciting night to bring the families in, community in, and have teachers here to celebrate. Just so you know, teachers are not required to come to every quarterly showcase. We have a lot of outside school things and things we're volunteering for. So your child's teacher will probably be at least one showcase throughout the school year. So just communicate with your child's teacher and see if they are planning to be there if you're wanting to see your child's teacher on that night. But just know it is not required. But we will have lots of other teachers there every night, every showcase night, and we'll be excited to share with you what they've been doing. So, again, my name is Ashley Erb, and if you would like to get in contact with me, my email address is ashleyp.erb@cms.k12.nc.us. I'm very excited to be the Makerspace teacher again for this school year. I love this job. I love making and creating with the students in a variety of mediums, technology, arts and crafts, hands-on, useful junk, construction. I love expanding my tool belt of learning new skills and sharing them with your students. So please feel free to reach out. Look forward to getting to know you throughout this school year and sharing all the wonderful work your students are doing. I feel very blessed to be at this school with such wonderful students and families. Take care.